So YouTube started. And then this one. Here we go. Come on, grab me, Algora. All right, Algora should have that thumbnail now. So let's see. You're saying the last like interviews. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think when I do the interview stuff here on this stream, it's pretty good. The last one that you're thinking about there is maybe the one that I did on someone else's stream. I thought that one was great too. And yeah, I should do more of like the interview stuff. I feel like I don't have it set up enough yet. Like I'm always like figuring it out for a good 15 minutes of like where everything's like wired up, etc. I would love to have like a more just turn it on and we're ready setup for those. No, I get that. I do think doing more would be good though. All right. Let's see. I'll just minimize all those tabs. What did we leave off on yesterday? Let me refresh myself a bit. So we got a bunch of our business settings stuff fixed. Right, we added this right here for switching between some of these. I think some type of like loading screen when this is changing would be ideal. This part looks all right to me. Ooh, our Acme selection didn't persist though? Interesting. So this page is not dependent on that fetch. So we got a slight logic flaw there. All right, so business.businessID should actually cause that to re-render. Doesn't look like it did though. All right, let's try this. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, I've had at least one person push back on the, like, he invented WebSockets, because it's like, well, how could someone invent the idea of WebSockets? And it's like, well, okay, maybe he just gave it a name. And that would have been more helpful. But I really think the person who was being skeptical just didn't realize the world of dev before them, right? Like, the world of the web has come a long way. So, yeah. I think the easier way to frame it is just simply, he at least came up with the term. And yeah, he's worked on a lot of really cool stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Like, I really do think when he's got his stuff further along, I'll really try and push for, like, him to do one of those kind of, like, interview things with the Primogen or Tej. Like, that's why I was kind of pushing on him to do the NeoVim thing, right? Because if he can get NeoVim working in the browser, inside of, like, an editor, or inside of some, like, you know, inside of Wanix, etc., that would make a really compelling NeoVim conf talk, for sure. But it would also be really interesting for, you know, for, like, Tej and Prime to do as, like, part of their, like, podcasty kind of stuff. Because it's, like, really interesting to both of them. I think, yeah, I really think it would have some value in collaborating with them. And also maybe in collaborating with NewDuck on Pour4 stuff. Because Pour4 would be a way to make any of that Node.js nonsense or whatever, right? Like the VS Code, like Node.js layer actually work inside of Wasm. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe because Prime and I disagree on a lot. We agree on a lot too, but we disagree on a lot as well. That might be the benefit of it. Because doing a podcast with someone who thinks the exact same as you is actually, like, less interesting, right? So I don't know. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Multi-factor. Oh, I just got the notification. Yeah, Tua for the Dolphins is injured reserve. Will probably be that way for a bit, which means I have an open spot on my bench. Probably need to pick up a receiver. But anyway, let me do this live. Yeah, for sure, Ahmed. Yeah, I remember when Prime and I both had, like, very similar, like, view metrics. Like, concurrent viewers, etc. He's always had the, oh, wait, was that the wrong one? Oh, that was definitely... I don't even know what service that was. He's definitely had a lot of, like, kind of like ins. Like, he's been at TwitchCon, like, invited to the, like, Apex competition, as an example, like, etc. Like, he definitely knows people that work there. Which is fine. Like, that's how the industry works in general. And we all do, right? Like, I'll totally say stuff and then be proven wrong right here on stream. Y'all have seen it. I think the important part is when you're proven wrong, you accept it rather than argue it. And I've got a problem with that too sometimes. Yeah, he's definitely got connections. Okay, so no accounts found, and then if we switch, then we find accounts, all right? And then if I switch back, okay, cool. And Forky, thank you for the follow. I like that name. Chimera as well, I missed a while back, as well as Calipo. Hope you guys are still out there. If not, no worries. No, I think good teachers can make good streamers, but it's not an automatic thing. Right? There's something to streaming where you also need to be, like, social a bit. So, yeah, like, there may be some, like, overlap, but I don't think being good at one would make you good at the other. Like, I think I'm a terrible teacher, personally. I like to explain things and, like, reframe it, and I do, like, you know, like, I like to explain things in a way that helps me understand it better, too. But I definitely lack the patience that would make someone a good teacher. Yeah, one plane. Like, there are some people that are really good at, like, the YouTube thing and making content, but actually then, like, aren't great at the streaming thing because they think that the stream needs to be as, like, curated and focused and go down, like, a rigid, like, structured path, when instead streaming needs to be way more, like, freeform. You need to be willing to repeat yourself, which I've had to, like, get better at. Maybe Omni. I don't know if, like, looking at the best is usually the right way to think about it. Right? Like, you almost got to pluck out the outliers and look at what makes someone good, not necessarily, like, very good. Real quick, here on the settings page, we need to make our data fetching there based upon the business. Yep. All right, so that part's good. And then on the transactions page, we want to do the same thing. One plane? Yeah. Did you just describe Asmongold? I think you just described Asmongold. See, that's the thing though, Omni, right? Like a member of the Rolling Stones might not actually teach that class very well. They might not actually be that that charismatic in front of 500 people in a thing that isn't them playing guitar or whatever, right? Like, here's the way I like to think about it. I constantly frame things in, like, you know, in the mindset of snowboarding. I know just a bunch of really good snowboarders that couldn't teach someone how to do a trick to save their life. How do you do the trick? I go off the jump and I do it. You know, like, that's not a good teacher. No, and I get that. Yeah, I think we're all saying basically the same kind of thing. But yeah, skill in a thing doesn't necessarily make for good teaching. So that's why I think, like, the Rolling Stones teaching a class about sex, drugs, and rock and roll, I don't know, might not actually be that good of a class. So here on transactions for our data fetching. We actually have that. That part's just fine. I might want to do it with, like, the business ID instead. Pretty much only use the business ID, don't we? We'll leave it. This part's fine. Basically, I want to click over to transactions and make sure that when we change the business, that the value's update. Yeah, we've got a bug there. Curious how that toggled back on us. Yeah, exactly there, one plane. Yep. Brilliant! ITV! I forgot about ITV. Brilliant! Mr. Renham, there's some policemen here talking about irregularities in the pension fund?
Ah, I see, Stephanie.
Make them a cup of tea, please. Just walks out the window. Like, I love it. Like, yeah, it's so good. All right, so that part works. I just want to make sure that this is like working fully as we change between these. So yeah, we got Renum Industries selected here. Sure. We go to Acme. Okay, so that did update too, but it didn't set our loading state. They made it an official clip. Nice. So, for some of these things, how we have like the spinner, I may also want to do just like a loading bar at the top that does that, like, you know, just keeps looping kind of thing. Because some of the pages get tall enough that you wouldn't see the loading spinner part. Now, here's something. Should we integrate some of this magic UI stuff? The shine border? Nah. I thought they had like a loader thing in here. Border beam? I'd want to maybe just keep it at the top. Yeah, I don't know if any of these are actually necessary yet. We could just do our own. Yeah, no, they're definitely like sugar, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything that we would actually want in here. Not right now. For the marketing site, absolutely, right? So yeah, I'll think about this for the marketing site for sure. All right, so yeah, I could also just do it myself. Like, really, it's just some CSS. And we do have a loader somewhere. Maybe. I thought I had a loader. Looks like I don't. How are we doing that loading state then? Yeah, here it is, loading overlay. Oh, that's a Mantine thing. Oh. Aha, so that's why I did it that way. Alright, I just took the easy way out with it. I get it. Okay, makes sense. So there's definitely more like UI stuff. I'm not sure I like how this is done. So we might want to fiddle with that a bit. If I toggle Stripe, we end up getting Stripe details. If I toggle PayPal, we end up getting PayPal details. Yep. We can think about that part. We did the audit log part, and we should have some items in there. Yeah, I think we're good there. I need to start doing the OAuth part. So yeah, let's start getting OAuth wired up. Let me commit what I got. Okay, so this is the last song on the album. Let's get another one going. We did some brief chatting about what OAuth providers we want to support. And we wanted to support GitHub, Google, I think there was one more that I'm forgetting. GitHub, Google, and Microsoft. I feel like the GitHub one is easiest because I definitely have an account created for GitHub. So we'll start with GitHub first. And yeah, what up, Jonatus? I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. I'll do it better. If you let me know a better way, like capitalize the part I should emphasize. Maybe it's Jonatus, or Jonatas. Like, I don't know. Like, capitalize the part that I should emphasize. But we can have one of these. All right, little adult beverage. Definitely don't want to overdo it. We got gaming tonight, and I got all weekend to overdo it. Yeah, once we have one, adding the others becomes really easy. Yep. Like, the sign-up process and creating the keys is actually, like, the more annoying, like, slow part. So, yeah, exactly. A point that I've made in the past is when I did PNPM, or not PNPM, NPNPM, right? The login part. We did the Microsoft identity part first. Oh, that's a new one. All right, that was for something else. That wasn't even for this site. Basically, we did the Microsoft decentralized identity part because that's where the sponsored stream part came from. And then we realized that we needed to do Twitch and GitHub. First one took a little bit of time setting up the endpoints, the back end, all that stuff. And then the other one we added within like an hour. And that included like signing up and doing all that kind of stuff. So yeah, once we get one done, the others kind of fall into place. Because OAuth is like a very common pattern that they can all use. Oh, you haven't seen NPNPM. You must have left previously. So let's just at least showcase it a little bit, because it's a fun one. So NPNPM, it's NPM possible match. Just as an example, let's type in funny. Do we think funny is a library that's taken? Yeah, of course it's taken, 10 years ago. A jolly helper for functions. So try and think of a word that is definitely in the English language, that is 3 letters minimum and 10 letters maximum. It has to be a real word, no profanity. That's the goal. So we hop in there. Oh, we can head to the game because we're already authenticated. Oops. I think I logged out by accident. And try and guess a word. Previous? We've already tried that. Okay. Company? A MooTools library. So yeah, it's a fun little game. Built this out as part of some sponsored content for the Microsoft decentralized identity thing. Hacked it together in like 2 days. Feel free, you can sign up for it yourself. The back end is Architect, right? So it's Lambda based. Cost me basically nothing to operate it with the level of scale that it has. Jonatas. So it's like Jonathan, but in Portuguese. Cool. Thank you, Jonatas. Appreciate that. Is that Portuguese as in Brazil mentioned? Or is that Portuguese as in Portugal? So yeah, anyway, it's a fun little game. Have at it. But yes, adding a new provider is basically, you know, pretty straightforward once we have one set up. Now there is going to be a little bit of a quirk to how we do it here. It shouldn't be that tricky though, because instead of sending back a JWT after a successful OAuth, we just send back a magic link code that then flows into our MFA portion of things. I think that's the way this is going to work. And then by tying into the magic link code, like infrastructure or whatever, we then get like rate limiting based on that too. So yeah, awesome. I like this plan. We got to think about how we want to do this. And Brazil mentioned, there we go, nailed it. Ooh, and I did some, like I recorded the unboxing for my new keyboard. I don't have it set up yet, just because it's USB-C and I gotta work out the right way to connect that up because of how I have my switcher set up. But yeah, that'll be fun. I took a bunch of like photos, so I need to like tweet some of that stuff out. Very, very nice. Like, the keyboard is awesome. Like, just the packaging and, like, some of the stuff they did for that. Yeah, like, real high quality. It comes with its own, like, case that's very much like a laptop bag kind of thing. Like, yeah, really cool. All right, so for the back end, we might as well kill this while we scaffold out some of the OAuth things. So here in the auth folder, oh, it's like a $600 keyboard. I got it for free through a sponsorship, but yes, the Digma Defy. I reached out to them to see if they'd be interested in maybe changing how my affiliate link works. I'm less concerned about the commission. I'd rather turn that commission into like a discount. Yeah, I mean, so it's $600 with all the features. And yeah, depending on the keyboards, you might be able to get 6 for that. It depends. Yeah, the Keychron K5. Yep. But yeah, no, the tenting is really nice. It's wireless. It's got like a really nice like underglow. Like, I don't know, there's like a lot to it that's pretty cool. And it's very like configurable and I don't know, it'll be fun. Need to stop using keyboards. Well, yeah, like the wireless adapter that you connect to your computer is USB-C, but also I think maybe the charging is USB-C, because you still got to charge it somehow, right? I may end up just connecting it up via wired anyway. In November with a low number. Yeah, there you go. So expensive you can only look at it. Gotcha. Yeah, the event's like the 18th. So, you know, you might be fine. There is a hack to that I don't necessarily want to say on stream. And we should probably not talk about how that works on stream, like any of us. Yeah, so the conference I'm going to, I'm not even going to be in town until probably like the 15th or 16th, so not even a big deal. I will be in Utah for the time that you'll be at that, for sure. Yeah, I'm going to be at the Cloud Native thing during that time. If you do song, you can get a link. As long as my bot's not crashed. Damn it, my bot's crashed. Hold on. Every time I say that. Cloud Native Con is going to blow my mind? Really? Okay. I'm just stoked I'm going to get to talk to Resonant Frequency there. Because he's also giving a talk at the Open Feature Summit. And to sell my bot to afford it. Yeah. So yeah, there's the exact song. This is an album that I bought on Bandcamp. So if you're curious, check out the playlist. Keep in mind that like the first 2 or 3 rows have some albums that are not synthwave. But the majority of that collection is synthwave. All right, so here in Auth, we've got the MFA endpoints, we've got the options thing that actually applies to everything. This is not going to be callback. This is going to be OAuth validate. We just have the one endpoint. I think. So instead we could just do auth/OAuth. I think I'm okay with the namespacing thing. No, I'm doing TypeScript. What you're seeing in this file, this is an ARC file. So this is like just a metadata file for defining stuff with Architect, the backend Lambda framework that I'm using. They have a new way to define that same like scaffolding infrastructure via JSON or YAML. I just use their ARC file still because I don't care enough. But enough people do care that they decided they had to like implement other formats. So yeah, this is just a metadata file that is used to generate some other stuff. Yeah, Architect is great. I would say check it out. It makes the process of deploying Lambda and API Gateway and Dynamo and like a whole bunch of other stuff really straightforward and easy to where I don't even know how I would do it manually, like for some of that stuff. I've never set Dynamo up by hand. Never done it. No idea. I've always used Architect. Okay, so one thing we want to do, we'll do a pnpm dev, and this is the magic of it, right? So I entered this right here, OAuth validate, and yeah, the person mentioning like the dot well known, for our backend, it doesn't matter, because that just really doesn't matter, right? The password manager would never actually be using our backend. Okay, so I just ran that command, and I can drag this over, and you can see that this OAuth validate folder was created with a TypeScript file based off of a template that I had elsewhere. So then I can just modify this as we see fit, and we're good to go. Let's see. Let's just go look at the docs for GitHub OAuth. Oh, and we'll just do creating GitHub apps. It's the same thing. It's the same process. So supporting sign in with GitHub. So it's basically this part. No, that is not it. I feel like, yeah, here we go. Yeah, they think we're going to be doing this with Ruby. Hint, we're not. So yeah, client ID and client secret. What is the user going to be sending, right? I think it's just the code from the URL, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, params code. Yeah, all right. We could give it a slightly different name, but we just need to define our types and schema for the request type, and then also for the response type and schema as well. All right, so this is going to be OAuth validate request. And it could just be code. I think that's fine. Then in response types, very similarly, after our duplicates, this becomes response. And the response is going to have magic link code. At which point we just redirect the user to... Oh, we're going to want email. We redirect the user to the first step of our MFA flow. And then that does the if they have a new account or if they're a returning user. But we need the email and magic link code to then put into the URL to redirect that user. Yeah, all right. So now we need to scaffold those out into schemas that we can use with the rest of the app. And that'll happen while we're doing this stuff. We see that schemas have been edited, and we can go back to the endpoint we just created. If I can find it. Here it is. Okay, so then this becomes OAuth validate request, OAuth validate response. I already realized I have a mistake in there. Did I say steak? So I'll do that. That way it's easier to find it later. In request types here, we also need provider. Yeah, so I think we're good there. We could turn provider into like a string union. I don't know if the safety for that is necessary yet. Let's just pretend we're going to have all these other things set up. I don't think GitHub callback URL is necessary here. Nope. So let's at least just scaffold out the keys that we're going to want to have for the other providers. That would be Google, client ID, and client secret. And then for Microsoft, would it be Microsoft client ID or would it be Azure client ID? Does it matter? I think Microsoft is generic. No, I don't think they're different. What I was thinking is just like, what are they named? Right? What is like the more common name for what they are? Like, I know they're all like Microsoft Identity, but what is like the official name? Is it a? I'm gonna guess it's a Microsoft Identity, right? They've definitely made things less certain in my eyes, though. I think Microsoft is the right way to do it. Whatever. This is just for me later doing dev. So what we're going to do here... No. I think it's the same entity and everything. I just... Like, what would the name be? That's all. Dude, Super Maven is really good. It makes sense why they just raised some money to make their own editor. God, yeah, Super Maven is really solid. Don't tell Microsoft, but it's the best auto-completion I've seen so far. I bet Copilot would get better. And I even signed up for Copilot for some work stuff for the GitHub Universe talk I'm giving. Yeah, Super Maven is really snappy. But yeah, what we're gonna have here is provider map. Yep, they already knew what I wanted. Oh my god. Yep, all right, that auto-completion, nailed it. Oh. And this is that. Good to go there. And this is the part where we probably want to have a validation URL. I don't know if that's actually correct. I have no idea if those are correct. We're going to do the GitHub one first. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably not correct. Yeah. Right, the Microsoft one? Yeah, probably not the right endpoint. So, exchange code, yep, login, OAuth, access token. Login, OAuth, access token. So, yep, it didn't hallucinate that part. Plot twist, that's actually the endpoint. That might be possible. That might be really possible. No, definitely not, Kevin. Yeah, that's why I was like questioning your comment about password managers too. Right? Like the Twitch one is way different. Oh, never mind. I thought that was you, Kevin. Sorry. Someone said it. My bad. I mixed up whoever said that. Maybe that was Spyrius? Oh no, One Plane said it. Got it. Yeah, sorry, One Plane. Alright, so we do this part. Yeah, I had to look at my chat history for sure. Oh, four wheel. You're like, wait, did I say it? I don't know. Is valid request. Alright, so then that validates the endpoint. We're not going to be able to do a get user with it, so that goes away. This ends up just being with tables, which I don't think we end up needing either. Nah, we will. Yep. Now, we definitely need it with tables, because we got to fetch the user. And if the user doesn't exist, then we have to create them. Yeah, so with tables is necessary. All right, so at this point, we have validated it. We do want to grab code and provider from the body. That doesn't exist for hundo. Damn. Whoa. Wait. Yeah. I mean, we're treating the email as the canonical. For sure. That does get tricky. Like, well, what if you want to, like, change the user's email? Man, that is something that we'll have to totally deal with later. Yeah, we're going to treat the email as the canonical, like, reference for the user. No, HTTP async is async, probably, or I would think it is. I don't know. I'm not going to use it. Oh, yeah, it's saying that it has no effect? Yeah, that's fine. I'm not using that anyway. I believe we're just using fetch in other places, right? Yeah, allowing a user to change their email is something that... Yeah, that's going to be tough. I don't know. Yeah. Me, I consider that an edge case. That's like if we've already validated this product and we have users and that's something they need, we'll address it then. Do I even have any endpoints where I'm doing like a third-party fetch? I don't think I do. I think I'm just using fetch. Not that end. Oh, I used to do it. And yeah, the email client is doing it. I think we're just doing a fetch. Yeah, for sure, four-wheel. I mean, it's a nice to have, and then some sites just never end up getting to that nice to have. Waltr will be one of those sites, at least for the time being. Oh, and yeah, what you were saying earlier about the http.async is not awaitable or whatever. The reason that is because HTTP async is really what's meant to be done for defining a route, right? So here we're returning art.http.async, right? This is actually just a Lambda handler that allows us to do async stuff within it. So yeah, like we wouldn't use their library for our data fetching. I think we just use fetch directly. Pretty sure that's it. Yeah, so it's for how you like define your endpoint. Exactly, Matt, yes. Yep. Yeah, I didn't explain that because I forgot. I totally forgot. All right, let's do another one of these. We're going to hard cap it at 3 total today. I would like to make this second one last longer to where I can have the third over on Gaming Stream. I got to maintain a little bit of a tolerance before TwitchCon. So yeah, I think we just do a fetch. Yeah, we're gonna make fetch happen. Man, Super Maven nailed it with that auto-completion, too. So here, we don't actually want to return a 400. So it didn't do it perfect, but that's not its fault. I'm gonna make that be a let, else. Actually, no, we don't do the else there. What all do we end up spitting back? So our next steps would be create the magic link. It's right on that one. We would send the magic link code with the user, and we would send their email. That ends up being all they need from this endpoint. So then, yeah, our next step is implement the create user and create magic link logic. And that's going to be way off. Nope, that part seems fine to me. Well, no, we'll leave it as a to-do. Sure. And we should definitely sanitize the user's name. We'll get to some of that after we implement the basic functionality. As far as our partition, sort, and tertiary keys go, let's double check that over in our data wrapper, or data mapper, whatever you want to call it. When we look at users, we see user ID, email, created it. So, yep, Super Maven nailed it with that auto-completion. Yeah, good to go. And here's the thing, right? Like, they have already done an OAuth to get to this point, which would mean that we should be able to trust that they own the email they validated with, right? At least to some degree. Is there a potential attack where you would be sniffing the timing of this endpoint to determine if a user has an account created already? If they have an account created already, they would need the MFA code and auth. So the idea is maybe they've created an account with Google, but then someone else goes and registers an account with GitHub using that user's email. And then the attacker does a GitHub login. They could determine if the user's account existed. It sounds like a lot of effort on the part of the attacker, and that much effort, sure, is not ideal. Like, you know, they're gonna do it no matter what. What is the gain in knowing? I guess that's the tricky part. Nothing I can specifically think of. And real quick, so Ioros Campo, thank you for the follow, and Wesley Coder, I missed that follow too. Wesley, I've definitely seen you around. You've chatted in here before, right? Maybe I just know you from someone else's stream? Oh, you were here years ago from a Theo raid. That's it. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, welcome back, Wesley. Cheers. Yeah, sorry to dox that. Just took me a second, because I know I've seen your name around. So yeah, that's it. That makes sense. I lurk streamers. Like, you know, I watch streams while I'm doing other stuff. I know, right, Bad Cop? What kind of streamer watches other people's streams? That sounds like a terrible idea. Are you going to be at TwitchCon? I assume that's what that icon is, right? That's this year? Yeah, so you're going to be at TwitchCon? Awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think that's my best use case. I'm like a podcast that always has something different going, right? I might repeat myself a little bit, but yeah, it's like a fully organic, like randomish podcast. At a San Diego casino, does that even exist? Is there such a thing as a San Diego casino? If it's not in the gas lamp district, you're not getting anyone to show up to it. I hope you know that. There was a like a beach hangout a couple years ago that Juicebox Hero put on. And I feel like, man, it was a trek to get out to that. So that I'm not sure of, Kevin. I know I've been to a casino when I went to Tahoe at one point, but it might have been on the Reno side of things, right? Or like the Vegas or Nevada side of things. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I know I've been to a casino in Tahoe. But yeah, like even Heavenly, there's like a split of like you're in Nevada, you're in California. Are they across states? Okay, that makes more sense. I know I've gone out to one, but yeah, I don't remember where the border was, like specifically. That is kind of the cool part. That is kind of the cool part about like Heavenly. Like you can get drinks up on the mountain. On the Nevada side of things. Okay, so that is actually the, yeah, that's actually how Washington operates too. The only casinos in Washington are Native American operated. Yeah, but Kevin, I'm willing to bet that, yeah, Native American casinos exist in California too. Yep. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. God, I love your name, Bacchiotomy. Doctor says I need a Bacchiotomy. Yeah, technically they are not California, they are reservation land, for sure. Yep. Like, they are sovereign states. To a degree. Like, technically, yeah. Like, if you are a criminal, you can drive, like, you know how there's, like, in the movies, like, oh, we're gonna make it to Mexico, right? Like, we're gonna cross the border and then they can't get us, or whatever, right? That's actually a thing that you could do with the reservation land, but the reservation would honor extradition. But they have their own police force and all that stuff. Yeah, for sure. Like here in Washington, all of the reservations would happily just detain you and then hand you right over. Yep. Yeah, why would they want to keep you, right? Like, hell no. Sometimes you forget Seattle is in Washington? Well, where else would it be? Like, where else would it be? Oregon? You're right. Honestly, Washington and Oregon, they used to be a single state named Cascadia, which is where, like, Cascadia JS takes its name. As far as I know. We should go back to that, but it's tricky because Oregon really likes having no sales tax, and Washington really likes having income tax. And getting those two states to agree would be tough. Maybe, but yeah, not a single state wants to lose their voting power, basically. And the way that senators work, you only get 2 per state. So honestly, in the future, you might see some states like break up. Right, just because it gets more voting power in the legislature. California. Right? And honestly, it ends up being like a what is it? Like a Chile situation where it, like, you know, the Cali would be probably the Fornia part. Right? The fornication part would be just like the coastal area, and then everything else would be like Cali or whatever. Now, they do it the opposite just to confuse us. Just so it looks like Cali and then Fornia on the map. There would be a New and a York. Yeah, obviously. Duh. I get it. I get it. Yeah, you're back in that Discord that we have, right? For like the TwitchCon stuff. I would say it'd probably be worth rejoining if you're not. Okay, just double checking. I know some people left because they're like, TwitchCon, it's over, whatever. I'm actually maybe planning on inviting Prime and Theo and all them back. I don't know if they care, but might as well make sure that, you know, if they want to hang out with us plebs, they can. I know, they're like elite AF. But who knows? They hung out last year. At least a little bit. When Ice Cube is heading back to Cali, he's not heading to the rural eastern parts. He's heading to... Right? Yeah, so he's heading back to Cali. Wait, you got rejected from that one? Like the Twitter group or whatever? Really? Ah. Yeah, I don't even think that one's going anymore. Wait, you got rejected from the Blurp one? Weak. Shit's weak. Dude, that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Because, yeah, like, I assume you applied to, like, the other tiers, not, like, the paid tier, right? I met one of the dudes from Blurp or whatever at the PAX pre-party here in Seattle. And I was chatting with him and all that, and I was like, yeah, I registered for the VIP. He's like, don't worry, we'll put you where you need to go. Right there, I was like, already questioning if it's worth it. And yeah, sure enough, they dropped me down to the other free tier. So obviously, we need to create a Blurp competitor out of spite. Right? As devs, we could build that shit in a week. Damn right! Yeah, like, if someone asks if you're a god, you say yes. That's just age-old wisdom. Winston told me that one. I've never used it either. Honestly, their entire product is something that I would trust any competent software and game dev streamer to be able to make on their own. Because it's all just APIs. It's actually really easy. Like, we're halfway there with my, like, announcer bot. Watch, I get an email. You've been uninvited from the Blurp party or whatever. If that happened, I would definitely make a competitor. And I would use Waltr for the billing system. All right, real quick though, I gotta go pee. I broke that seal ages ago, but yeah, I gotta go use the restroom. Our next goal though is, yeah, we need to create our magic link, and then we need to actually create the GitHub application for Waltr that allows us to do that off. We're gonna have to create 2 applications. That way we can do staging off and production off. So, restroom time, BRB, and then that's the part we do next. All right. All right, so we need to create the magic link. That means we're gonna go generate these tables. Or not generate the tables, but you know what I mean. Know what I mean, Vern? Air brakes. All right, so scaffolding out these tables, there's gonna be const add all the missing imports. Let's go look at them to make sure they're actually right. And yeah, I would say don't worry about the blurb thing. Yeah, we can always just go to some bar and hang out. I don't like the exclusive stuff. When it comes to like some of those exclusive parties, I've been excluded enough that I will definitely not exclude people that are part of the group just to go to some bullshit party. There are some other people I can think of that don't have that mentality. They don't need to be named, though. Or at the bare minimum, I'll go check it out and have a place to meet up after or something. You know? Bare minimum. But yeah. But yeah, what up, Robotic Head? Mr. Sir, how you doing? Let me get more music going. Working at the moment? Gotcha. Like you just started work kind of thing? What time is it for you again? Oh, really? Okay, so basically when we game on Sundays, or I get on Saturdays, sorry, like Sunday for you, you're waking up at like the crack of noon? Because I swear we've started gaming and you're like, I'm just now waking up. Is that you waking up at the crack of noon? Nice. Nailed it. Yeah, I love that line from the McHale's Navy movie. A lot of people hate that movie or don't think it's any good. It has a special place in my heart. Right? There's a part at the beginning, the hard-ass admiral or wannabe admiral or whatever is there like, did we wake you up? And one of the smart-ass crew members like, no sir, we've been up since the crack of noon. Which is like a play on crack of dawn. So yeah, the crack of noon. Love that one.
That's what's up.
Alright, so our next little bit. Yeah, we created the tables. We got the rate limit table. We got our key methods. We need to create these things. So we need to check for an existing magic link first. Const. Well, hold on. Existing magic link would not exist. So we create the magic link itself first. We can go copy and paste that login logic, actually. So yeah, if no user mock the DB request, then yes, existing magic link. Ooh, and we can do this. It's pretty much all of this same logic. And no, we don't care about that. We just go to here. If I was doing this in 3 places or more, I would probably create some kind of abstraction. I don't think we need to do that, though. Yeah, all that looks right. Yeah, this song's good. It's a crunchy album. Hold up. Hold on, I gotta show this. I randomly refreshed a tab that had some photos from the founder event that I was at. And yeah, there was a bit that definitely got me. All right, let me show this real quick. Here we go, display capture. All right, so yeah, I went to this event called Founders Bash 2024. Super awesome. I love the fact that they put this on here in Seattle because there is not enough like startup stuff here in Seattle. You know, we don't have Y Combinator, we don't have any of that. So yeah, you know, like, sure, there's like the main photos, etc. You can like register for this like Get Pika thing and have them take your face and like identify you in photos. It turns out I was chatting with someone. I didn't know they were taking my photo. I was just chatting. Cool. Cool, cool. Then there's another photo where there's me, Carter, and Ishan, I believe is his name. I didn't know they were taking the photo yet. And then I put on the goofy face. The goofy face is good. But the fact that I go from like, wait, what's going on? Oh, wait, hold on. Goofy face time. All right, and then I did some headshots. Ooh, we got a new headshot. Yeah, just these two is the thing that made me laugh. Just like the, oh wait, is my photo being taken? He did. I'm definitely tearing up over that. All right. That is definitely a tweet, right? That's definitely a tweet I need to make. We can do it later. That was solid. That was a good one. Yeah, that's good. I'm actually stoked on that. All right, let's continue with what we're doing. I think this OAuth validate endpoint is good. Hold on, let me double check this. Oh, yep. Yeah, so I have an event I'm going to tomorrow. It's about like RAG, like retrieval augmented generation and AI and some of that stuff. It's actually being put on by Carter. I don't know why I said Carson earlier. Like, my brain should not have done that, like... Yeah, that brain fart, but whatever. But yeah. Yeah, Carter's putting on a cool event tomorrow. There is one thing I want to double check. I'm gonna guess none of these tickets are on sale and available. Or a concert afterwards that I would maybe want to go to. Oh, all right, 72. I could do a $72 ticket. It's 90 plus their BS. So yeah, I guess I am going to see Soul Coughing tomorrow. No, tomorrow night is not gaming. Tonight is gaming. No, tomorrow is an event, which is why I tried to get gaming to happen tonight. So yeah, tonight we're doing the Baldur's Gate 3. Which will be happening in about a half hour over on Gaming Channel. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going out to this AI event. And then I'm going out to Soul Coughing. And it's at 9 p.m. No one at this AI event's going past 9. So we're good there. And yeah, Thursday I fly out to TwitchCon. So this is basically our last stream until Monday. I will probably be live on Gaming Channel tomorrow, just like co-working. Let's try not to miss the flights this time. Yeah. I'm really bad about that. The flight there, I'm good on. It's going to be the flight back that I got to catch at like 9 a.m., which means I got to wake up at like 8 a.m. No, I gotta wake up at like 7 a.m. to get to the airport by 8 a.m. to make it through security to get to my flight at 9 a.m. Yeah, it's the only flight I could book that would get me back in time to stream on Monday. Yeah, I'm doing that on purpose for sure. I live in Seattle, or close enough to Seattle. Damn right, that's dedication. Streaming's my favorite thing, man. It's why when I tell people that I'm lazy, and they say, but you do so much. I don't. Like, streaming is so easy. No, streaming's the lazy way out. This is me being lazy. Just streaming. Appreciate y'all being here for it. Oh, thanks, Wofford. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I just want to be people's background noise while they work. You know? Is that so wrong? No, I think we're good. Yeah. I'm glad you guys like it. Like, thank you. All right, while you're busy compiling, you can chat in this channel instead of sword fighting on your swivel chair. Oh, there you go, the bread. See, this year alone, I have missed more flights than I've caught. Like the originally scheduled flights. I have missed more flights than I've actually caught. I know, that's not a good thing, but it is the reality. And yeah, Surly gets it. Yeah. Here's the thing. I've only had to actually, like, pay for a replacement flight once. And that's because I missed my flight and got to the airport, like, 4 hours later. Every single other time, it's been free. Like, not even a big deal. Like, oh, just reschedule and you're good. Like, they got you. Red eyes are great. No, I really like a red eye. Yeah, I've only had to actually pay for a separate flight once. Otherwise, they just reschedule me and we're good. But you have to, like, get the reschedule to happen within, like, 15 to 20 minutes. A red eye is like a late night flight, where you're basically sleeping on the flight. Like, you know, you get it anywhere between 10 o'clock at night, between like 6 a.m. or something. Yeah, overnight flight is probably the better way to phrase it. Yeah, there you go. Overnights are tricky. Because the plan is that you're going to sleep on the flight. The reality is that anytime you need to sleep on a flight, there will be a crying baby. That is Murphy's Law in effect. That is baby's law. Made some pancakes? Ooh, is it just straight up pancakes or do you like add stuff to it? Yeah, how you doing, Cam? Yeah, that makes sense, the bread. Yep. You're boring, just pancakes? That's fine. No big deal. I'm guessing you do still like the butter and syrup thing on them? I'm on the fence of what I eat tonight. I might just do the lazy scrambled eggs thing, or I might do some fried chicken wings. Fried chicken wings sounds really good right now. Butter and syrup, you were considering some scrambled eggs? Yep. A team Japanese teppanyaki? What is teppanyaki? You just need calories and you're lazy? No, I get it. I'm like the opposite. I could do with less calories, but I do still need, like, protein. So yeah, for me, like, just straight up eggs. And we're good. Ooh, and Archer Zen chimes in. Yeah. You know, like, either a crying baby or some kid kicking the back of your seat. Like, you know, you're gonna get that anytime you need to sleep on the flight. If you don't need to sleep, you get the entire row to yourself. That is airline law. You just cooked some country-style pork ribs in cherry coke? Had them in the crock pot all day? Interesting. My dad is, like, addicted to cherry coke. Teppanyaki made on a flat-top grill in front of you. Okay. So it's basically teriyaki, but in front of you instead of, like, back in the kitchen or something? Or do you mean, like, teppanyaki is like pancakes made on the grill in front of you? Interesting. Yeah, no, Archer, the ribs sound amazing. Yeah, I need to get a crock pot. That would be really good, actually. I want to get a smoker and a crock pot. Granted, the smoker is really not ideal. There are indoor smokers that I might get. They take up a bunch of space, though. And cleaning them sounds miserable. So not related to teriyaki. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. Yeah, sounds cool. Rice, cheese, and broccoli. Yeah, homemade chili sounds amazing. I'd love to start making my own chili. Yeah, that'd be really good. I mean, the smoke flavor, right? And like, so you could do like a low temperature cooking in an oven, but then like where does, like, if you want to like smoke it and get some of that like good hickory flavor or whatever, where does the smoke go? So I believe like an indoor smoker would impart like that smoke flavor, etc., but it would also have a way of like capturing that smoke. You could probably do the same thing with an oven. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. There was like an indoor broiler thing that Ken Wheeler made a post about that seemed interesting too. Let me see if I can pop it up on Amazon. It's not in my cart, but it's like, yeah, here we go. So yeah, this like infrared broiler thing seems really interesting too. That's the clean link? Huh. Whatever. Oh no, yeah, this broiler thing seems interesting too. But different, it's not a smoker. I did see some company that makes an indoor smoker too. Yeah, I mean, that's what I end up doing, the bread. Like, I have a sous vide. If I'm doing steak, that's typically the way I'll do it. You're not wrong. But if I wanted to do like ribs or something, I'd rather smoke those, you know? Or if I was gonna do brisket or any of that, right? Pulled pork even. I'd rather like smoke it, I think. Now, granted, pulled pork would probably be fine in like a crock pot. Yeah, the indoor smoker thing is something that was at like E3 or whatever. Yeah, this thing. Yep. It's like $1,000, so I'm not getting one now. Like one of these days maybe. Right? If Waltr takes off, then we're good to go. Can you build something that requires using a Steam game but would be its own thing? Can something be built? Like, not me specifically, but is it possible? But would be its own thing. I guess I would wonder what you mean by that, Wofford. Did I tell you how I felt? All my feelings could just melt the snow. So, Probably not the same thing you're thinking of, but Google Faceit or ASEA? No, what I'm getting at is there's like maybe a different thing, but the idea is consider if you play Baldur's Gate 3, which I'll be doing later, you can toggle into that category and install a Twitch extension that then like shows a whole bunch of cool like metadata about like the characters in Baldur's Gate 3, like the people you're playing, like the levels and the builds and the items you have and like all that kind of stuff. That's a thing. Faceit? All right. I don't know what Faceit is. We do want to keep things legal. Okay, this seems legit. Okay. Is it like skills trainer kind of stuff? Oh, they organize tournaments. Interesting. Okay, that makes some sense. I think I get that. Sure. Okay, but it's like their own self-hosted servers that you connect to directly, but to get to it, you do Steam. Like, I mean, it's totally possible. Waltr, I would think you could build it with any language you want. C++ probably the most correct, but really it's all APIs. So if you want to build something outside of Steam that ties into Steam's like friend platform or whatever, then it's still like, yeah, you're dealing with like the Steam APIs. Yeah, no worries. Yep. Yeah, I would say like look at the Steam like APIs that they have, and that would tell you like, you know, if it's just all REST requests, then yeah, you just wire up to those. So Steam Web API documentation, like all this kind of stuff, right? Probably heavily related to this stuff. Okay, sure, like getting access to memory like addresses and manipulating those. I would say even with GC, like you're just calling out to some other thing that's managing that RAM. So like the GC shouldn't affect that, I would think, the bread. Like I don't know why that would be an issue. When Archer Zen, hold on. Best chili you've had recently was a recipe you found online from a person named Pepper Belly Pete. That's a good name, actually. I like that. Okay, what do you like? Compare that recipe to the other recipes you've done in the past. What do you think sets that recipe apart? What is its, like, secret sauce? What is the thing that it does that other recipes don't? Spicy sausage. Okay. And is that spicy sausage cut up into, like, slices? Or are they, like, shredding that sausage to have it, like, spaced evenly? Yeah, no worries, Kevin. Yep, have a good night. Yeah, I'll be getting going here soonish. Yeah, let me check with Worm and James and see when they are going to be ready for gaming. Yeah, we might be wrapping up here soon. Ever play with emulators ROMs? I mean, I fucking love Shadowrun SNES. It's my favorite game of all time, actually. Because there's something about, like, the universe that it created, and the soundtrack to it, and the mechanics, and, like, everything about it. Like, it's my favorite game ever made. I do think it would be nice to have a good update to it at some point. And, like, the new Shadowrun games with their, like, turn-based stuff is really not what I was looking for in a game. Shadowrun on the SNES. Yeah. So it has a lot of, like, you know, point-and-click elements of, you know, kind of, like... It's like a detective game a little bit, right? So it has, like, a very, like, close vibe to some of the, like Monkey Island style games. But also, it's got, like, a real-time combat system where, like, you press a button and your character then, like, you move a mouse cursor to aim at people to shoot and throw spells and stuff. But it's, like, real-time instead of turn-based. And also, just, like, the universe for Shadowrun is really interesting and compelling to me. I really like the idea of Shadowrun. If I wanted to do some, like, D&D style stuff, I would probably actually try and be a GM for a Shadowrun campaign. Because I really like the Shadowrun universe. It's very dystopian. Like, very, like, Blade Runner-like. But with fantasy elements of, like, dragons and orcs and all that stuff. Like, this game was so good to me that I started reading the books. And I've read dozens of Shadowrun books. And it's based off of a tabletop game called Shadowrun that does borrow some elements from D&D. Yeah, if I was gonna run like a tabletop style, like, RPG game with a group, D&D style, I'd want to do a Shadowrun universe, for sure. I am pretty consistent with when people ask me my favorite game of all time, this being it. And there's something to remember. This versus the Sega Shadowrun game that was released at the same time, completely different games. 100% different games. I think they both take place in Seattle, though, which is interesting. RG35XX? Wait, what? Hold on. Yeah, I missed your other comment. You asked, because you picked up an RG35XX from Amazon, and it runs emulators and ROMs really well. Nice little handheld, especially for plane rides and stuff. Okay, I got it. Yeah. They have better ones now? Interesting. I'd probably still just play on the laptop. But honestly, like, I could see like a device with proper like buttons and joystick stuff just being easier than like pulling out the laptop and connecting like a controller or something. Wait, it's only $50? Oh. Well, hold on. RG35XX. Interesting. So it's like built on like the Game Boy form factor, but you can play basically any game with it, right? And the second one, you're saying this guy right here, not this guy right here. I'd actually prefer this guy right here, I think. I feel like I'd prefer the Steam Deck profile versus a Game Boy profile. Yeah, the analog. Like, ooh, this one right here reminds me of those, like, really old school. So, Anbernic is the company. Okay. This reminds me of, like, who here actually had that, like, Zelda game, right? The Zelda handheld game, right? That you'd, like, flip out and do that stuff with. Dude, I had a bunch of those games. Trying to remember which ones I had. I think I had the Zelda one. I know I had like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. Yeah, I think I had a bunch of the Game & Watch ones. Yeah, exactly. Like this is basically like the Game & Watch thing, right? Mario Cement Factory. Oh, I didn't have that one. Interesting. Nah, this is cool. Ooh, oh my god. They got me with a fake wood print. Oh, they got me. Oh, they totally got me. Oh, the fake wood print? Are you kidding? Aw, man. The Plus model now? Okay. So this is not the one. Yeah, wood grain. I'm a sucker for wood grain. This does seem like the better form factor, in my opinion. Oh, and Morishana, yeah, have a good one. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. Again, like, man, everyone that was here for it earlier, that was really awesome. To chat with Jeff Lindsay, like, I've never chatted with him before. I've definitely chatted in his stream when he was streaming, which was awesome. But man, like, yeah, to like actually like chat with him like face to face was really cool. Cause I'm a huge fan. I hope I didn't fanboy out too much, but I'm a huge fan. Like, I've used Doku 5 or 6 years ago, you know? Before I started streaming, I have used Doku. One of the things he built as just an experiment, you know? Like, man. Yeah, he does amazing stuff. I'm surprised he's not more famous. Anapika. I don't know if I said your name right. Anapoka? Anapoka? I don't know. I am not familiar with denial of wallet attacks. So just because my product is called Waltr, I am not doing anything related to Web3 stuff, right? The wallet in this aspect is more of like a balance as a service related to basically how DigitalOcean's infrastructure and billing works. So you pay them $20 and you deduct from it. So I don't know. I should check out like the Reddit reviews. Okay. Some of these actually suck. Okay. All right. I'm not much of a handheld person. Like, I have a Switch. I don't use it. I know. Blast me. I'm sorry. Like, I have a Switch. There aren't enough exclusives that would make me actually want to use it and, like, get it out and, like, set it up. The Analog Pocket? Wait, I've never even heard of that. Hold up. Oh, that looks really slick. I like the aesthetics. It's a bit spendy. Oh, so it's FPGA. It's not even emulated. Oh. That's kind of cool. Wait, Breath of the Wild runs on this thing? Wait, really? Huh. Oh, your Switch. Okay. All right. That makes sense. Yeah, honestly, Breath of the Wild and like the follow-up, I think. Did the sequel release already yet? Those are actually games that are probably worth playing. You're right, and that is an exclusive that would be worth it. You're totally right. The Pokemon games are like the only ones that even seemed like a relevant exclusive. But you're right. Like, nah, Breath of the Wild is actually the exclusive. At one point on Gaming Stream, I did play one of the Pokemon games. It was fun. It was all right. Like, you know. I just think it's funny / ridiculous that Pal World made a better Pokemon game than Pokemon ever could have. Or ever did. Because they're sitting there resting on their laurels. I massively prefer Pal World over any other Pokemon game I've ever played at this point. Like, how is there not a Pokemon clone of Pal World yet? Do they not like money? It's Pokemon. I know they like money. Why are they not just eating Pal World's lunch right now? Oh, I love this company, 8-Bit Dough. The keyboard I have right now in front of me is an 8-Bit Dough. It's a fantastic keyboard. It's the one that looks like a Commodore keyboard. Right? I'll have another one here soon, right? Because of the Digma sponsorship. But dude, like, if you're looking for a decent non-split keyboard, 8-Bit Dough nails it. I'm still trying to figure out a good use case for these giant buttons that the 8-Bit Dough came with. I feel like I should wire them up to like either copy and paste or undo redo. Right? Like, smash that button. It even comes with a little joystick. I don't know what I would use the joystick for either. But it's great. Like, dude, 8-Bit Dough. I'm a big fan. Did they make this mouse too? No, this is low free. Dude, this mouse is solid as well. Like, dude, it's got what feels like... It's not quite the same. I'd actually like it if these mouse keys had like a greater like travel distance. So it felt like an actual click. But yeah, like, dude, I like some of these like analog input devices. Like, really fun. Okay, so James says he's ready. All right, well, yeah, we should wrap up. I will be away at TwitchCon for the next, what is it, 5 days? I'll be back here Monday. If I make my flight on Monday, that's a big if. If I make my flight on Monday, I will see you guys here on stream on Monday. That's a big if. But yeah, I do need to wrap up this stream so I can go game with James and Worm and play some Baldur's Gate 3. That sounds fantastic to me. So, let's figure out who we go raid. And yeah, Cam, I'll say hi to Prime for you. I know, I don't need to do that. You say hi to Prime every day. That's fine. I'm just kidding. Hopefully I pick up an RG or something. Wait, what's an RG? What the hell's an RG? Oh, these things. Gotcha, these things. Yeah, gotcha. The handheld. I don't know, man. All right, no, I get it. My bad. Who's streaming right now? You guys got a recommendation for the raid? I see JD does dev. He's doing some game dev stuff. We got Wallaber doing game dev. We got Tom Millman doing game dev. Jitspo, a Blue Skittle. Talion, Fiery Corgi. We've never raided Fiery Corgi. He pretty much only games, though. He's just chatting right now. Okay. Let me go look at my following list. See who's good. An RG is also an Ibanez guitar. Honestly, I got a Schecter. I like my Schecter. But I wouldn't mind switching up for an Ibanez at some point. I'm okay with it. Yeah, Kinslayer. I pointed that out. I heard his voice and I was like, oh, that's J.K. Simmons. And someone else was like, I don't know. I was like, no, that's him. Yeah, I really like that he's doing, like, voice acting. For sure. All right, we see Mr. Funny Good Feeling. We see BeginBot. We just raided him yesterday. We're gonna go raid El Clonk.
GL program that like can load this GLTF model and like do skeletal animation.
Yeah, I hear him.
So what I do is you don't need them when you have GLSL. Well, I need them because I paid an artist to make the model for me. And
we're gonna go raid El Clonk.
They're gonna write a shader for me. Check out the shader. Is this like a constructive geometry kind of deal? Can we see?
And yeah, for everyone that wants to hang out, I'll also be over on my gaming stream. That's Griffing and Chill here on Twitch.
Yes, I've seen this one. Selfie Girl. You can do some wild shit, but I'm not doing purely in shaders. Mostly because I sometimes like to have little props and things. I like to put hats on myself, and like it's convenient to just be like normal mesh kind of situation. But so what I do is I just load.
Dude, El Clonk's like
skeletal animation
ASCII
like,
face thing is really cool.
The tracking software. I have a little Python program that like spits out the quaternion for like.
And that's what we're hearing, right?
Like how opening.
So yeah, we're gonna go raid El Clonk.
The mouth doesn't work very well.
Mm-hmm.
But like
damn right, Sockwell. But yeah, join me on gaming if you want to see some Baldur's Gate 3 stuff. It is some very scary math, but like really, like their code is not always this scary. They are doing meta theatrics experiments. I don't even know what that means.
For the raid, welcome.
But yeah, YouTube and Algora. I'll see y'all on Monday.
I hope you're doing.